A highly skilled workforce is imperative to sustaining the success of an organization. At the City of Houston, we've made learning and development opportunities an essential part of our growing workforce. Hi, I'm Velma Laws, and you're watching City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow. On this show, we'll spotlight learning and development initiatives within the City of Houston, showcasing our employees' passion to learn, work, and grow. The purpose of this show is to introduce you to the inherently meaningful work of public service employees and share how we are achieving excellence and improving the community at large. You'll learn the necessary tips to grow as a professional from watching our show and hear firsthand from some of the best and brightest minds at the City of Houston. Today, we're going to take you into the complex world of the Human Resources Department. To give us a glimpse of what opportunities are available with the City of Houston, we have Jane Cheeks, Director for the City of Houston's HR Department, with her thoughts. That's next on City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm Velma Laws, and you're watching City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow, where we spotlight learning and development initiatives within the City of Houston and our employees' passion to learn, work, and grow. Later today, you'll meet some amazing city employees who are impacting real change. Stay tuned to learn more about the programs that are enabling them to do so. Have you ever wondered what opportunities are available in the nation's fourth largest city? With the help of today's guest, we'll be discussing several unique career pathways available within the City of Houston and the learning investments that are being made. The City of Houston offers a wide variety of rewarding careers that gives each of our employees the opportunity to grow and develop within their given profession. With over 22,000 employees servicing the nation's fourth largest city and its residents, it's no small feat managing the 23 departments and 700 job classifications that the city has to offer. Among all the different types of local governments, cities perform the greatest number of functions, both governmental and proprietary. While most people know that the city operates the police and fire departments, they may not know that the city is also responsible for the airports, libraries, parks, courts, and health centers. Some city departments are even responsible for helping local businesses, neighborhoods, and communities grow, and others to protect the environment and prevent the spread of disease. Our workforce is comprised of administrators, accountants, architects, and engineers, and even lawyers and doctors, all working to address challenges in radically innovative ways. A key proponent of our growth is the Learning and Development Center, also known as the LDC, that was established at the City of Houston's official training and education facility. The LDC covers training on new employee orientation, executive order and administrative policies, career development and support for relevant real-time learning. Joining me now is Jane Cheeks, Human Resources Director for the City of Houston. Jane, thank you for being here. It's a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Tell us a little bit about your role.
As an HR director, I have a phenomenal job. I have the job to be over several different HR professionals in several different HR disciplines, from strategic benefits to safety and workers' comp, all of HR operations, and our finances. So I have a great deal of work ahead of me.
Right, and compensation too.
Most definitely.
Tell me, what inspired your career in public service?
I've had that question quite often, and it goes really back to my father. I watched him all while when I was young. I'm kind of an old country girl, and we used to always be out in the field. And when I was little, you had to do everything for yourself. And so my father and grandfather always instilled in me to, hey, just always make sure that you help people out. Always be there to assist individuals. And so I was kind of brought up that way. So from the time that I was in college, and I used to see the Houston Police Department down recruiting all the time, I said, you know something, I think I'm going to do that. My major was criminal justice, and I decided, you know, I'm going to come here and be a Houston police officer. Didn't work out quite that way, but 11 years later, I was with the city in human resources.
So tell me, Jane, what is your approach to attracting, retaining, and developing a strong workforce for the city of Houston?
Well, Velma, right now what we're doing is that we are ensuring that all of our employees that work here in HR, especially in our HR operations division, actually understand the core services of the departments that they service so that they're able to assist with actually recruiting the necessary individuals. One thing that we're doing through a lot of the different programs, which you are a part of, like Grow Your Own Workforce and the different agencies that we work for. You know, we just finished our Hire Houston Youth. Those different things allow us to go out and show, especially the millennials, that there is something here at the City of Houston that you can do.
Great. Well, what are your next priorities for HR?
Wow, my next priorities, we have a lot. Right now, what I have been, and my department is probably tired of me saying it, right now what we're doing is we're actually working on our processes and procedures. We're working on our foundation to ensure that everything that we do and that we say, that we have a process for it. And I think that that's very important. You know, people don't realize that the city of Houston's HR is actually nationally known. We're nationally known for our benefits program. We're nationally known for our wellness program. And those are things that have made monumental strides since I've been here in the Human Resources Department. But we want to ensure that we can sustain those things. So right now we're going through structurally documenting our process and procedures.
What type of learning investments are being made within the city of Houston?
Well, Velma, the LDC has started to create a lot of new courses. They have just revamped the learning, the LIP, the Learning Institute program. We've relooked at CAPS. And another thing that we're going to be concentrating on because of the mayor's initiative is actually culture. Culture is our compass will be something that we will be discussing at all of our new employee orientation.
That is awesome. Well, Jane, thank you so much for joining us today and giving our viewers an inside look into the complex world of HR and what the city of Houston is doing to cultivate its diverse workforce. It's obvious that learning investments are imperative to developing a progressive organization. Hopefully, you receive some valuable information to help you evaluate the next steps in your career. Coming up next on City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow, we'll take a closer look at the LDC's signature learning programs and hear from the employees directly benefiting from these opportunities. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow. You're going to meet two employees who have taken their passion and commitment to public service to the next level. Betsy Ramos, Administration Manager, and Amy Torres, Senior Account Clerk. Let's take a look at a few of the LDC's signature programs. The Leadership Institute program, LIP, was created to identify capable employees within the organization and develop them into strong leaders who have the potential to fill leadership positions and drive organizational success. To that end, LIP was created as the city's first leadership program to develop strong, confident leaders in all levels of management and supervision at the City of Houston. Over the course of 9 months, participants attend monthly sessions, complete coursework, and participate in a final group project that may be considered for implementation by Mayor Turner. Since 2008, LIP has graduated nearly 1,000 city employees and is responsible for the promotion of 28% of its participants. As the program grows in the future, The LDC will continue to foster this ever-expanding workforce of mid-level managers, senior-level managers, and frontline supervisors, spotlighting their tremendous successes and working to cultivate more leaders in the public sector. As a supplement to improving leadership and staff development, organizational development has become a cornerstone at the LDC. Initiatives like the LDC's Ask the Expert panel series, Career Development Symposium, and Lunch and Learn workshops with university partners, such as Strayer University and DeVry University, have greatly contributed to the expanding knowledge and effectiveness of our workforce. The organizational change and performance topics addressed during Ask the Expert panel series resulted in some of the most amazing dialogue. Check out a few of the highlights from last year's event.
I think what you want them to learn is how we all have to work together. There's always two sides to every story, and how you make things work among us this day and age, and how we try to keep some skill level in it with all the technology we have these days.
It's obvious that the Leadership Institute program is educating the next generation of city leaders in a very meaningful and impactful way. Let's go to my co-host, Jamaica, who sat down with a few participants of the LDC signature programs.
Thank you, Velma. That's right. Hi, I'm your host, Jamaica Booker. I had the opportunity to chat with a few of our HR employees here at the City of Houston to discuss with them about their career development and some of the programs that they've gone through to help them develop in their careers. Here's what they had to say. Well, first, let me say thank you for joining us today at City Careers. Can you please tell us what exactly your role is currently here at the City of Houston?
Currently, my role is an administrative assistant.
Why did you choose to go into public service?
I chose to go into public service because I love serving the people, serving the community.
Why did you become involved in the administrative development program?
Because I wanted to grow, I wanted to learn more, get knowledgeable.
Why did you choose to become involved in the administrative development program?
I saw that it was an opportunity for me to grow into a public servant that I am now.
What all did you learn in the ADP program?
Thinking skills, communication, how to work with employees.
So being involved in the ADP program helped you for succession within your career progress?
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. Besides going through the administrative development program, has there been any other thing that the city has offered to you for career development? Any workshops or conferences you've been able to attend?
Workshops. We do Star 12. It's called Star 12. They offer seminars, webinars, conferences, and I also attended a Star 20 Frontline. That's another program that we have here at the City of Houston.
Well, thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Betsy, I have to ask, what is your current role here at the City of Houston?
My current role at the City of Houston is the Workers' Compensation Division Manager. So my team is responsible for overseeing workers' compensation claims for all city employees.
So you've been here 10 years, that's amazing.
Yes.
What made you decide to work in public service?
My mom, actually. I have always been interested in serving people. I never envisioned that my role would be serving 22,000 employees with the City of Houston. But my mom was injured on the job when I was in, I'm gonna cry, when I was in junior high. And her experience in the workers' compensation mess, as I call it, inspired me to help others going through that situation so that other children, other families wouldn't have to experience the same nightmares that my mother did as we were growing up.
So how did you hear about the Leadership Institute program and what made you decide to become involved in the program?
That's a really great question. So at the time I was considering advancing my career with the city, and really in the field that I'm in, the only way for me to advance what I was doing in workers' compensation was to become a division manager. So at the time, my assistant director actually nominated me for the LIT program because she thought that that would be a great way for me to be able to expand on my leadership skills while also preparing myself for the next level of promotion at the city.
So how long did it take you after going through the LIP program to get promoted to division manager?
I was actually promoted during the program.
Really?
Yes. Our division manager actually found a job outside of the public sector, so the opportunity became available while I was going through the LIP program. So I was very fortunate.
Is there anything that you would like our viewers to know, and just in case they wanted to level up into a higher position, not necessarily maybe a division manager or even an assistant director, is there any one personal thing that you would like for the viewers to know that you could recommend or advise them that would help them get to that career success level?
Oh, certainly. I would say that just taking that personal initiative to read, even if it's a book, one book a month, but also taking advantage of the programs and the classes at our Learning and Development Center. I've learned a lot through the courses and the classes that I've taken, and have had a lot of success in my career in these 10 years at the city by taking advantage of their programs.
Well, I, for one, most definitely will start taking advantage of those programs. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Betsy, at City Careers.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Jamaica. Up next, we'll cover some interesting facts I bet you didn't know, and we'll hear firsthand from one of our program participants the difference learning and development has made in her career. Stay tuned. What if I told you about a program that could help you greatly enhance your chance of getting a promotion on the job? Have you ever considered what it takes to advance in your career? Several of the Learning and Development Center's signature learning programs do just that. You're watching City Careers, Learn, Work, and Grow. Welcome back. I'm sure we can all think of drawbacks to sending an employee to training programs. We often view them as time-consuming and expensive. But what about the benefits that make training a worthwhile investment, like better company knowledge of policies and procedures, a more knowledgeable staff with fresh ideas, and the confidence that may push them to perform better on the job? But first, let's check out a few highlights from last year's City Accreditation Program for Supervisors and Administrative Development Program.
You know how to do it? You reach out to your classmate because you built that bond. I would encourage you to try to take the next step. And we want to see you back in this auditorium again for LIP.
I'm going to call your names, and as I do, I want you to come up and receive your certificates of completion for the CAPS program. Last but not least, Mr. HGTV, Dwight Williams.
The City Accreditation Program for Supervisors, also known as CAPS, is the LDC's frontline supervisor and middle management multi-track program consisting of 18 sessions. This program was designed to give staff professional training in the key areas of leadership competencies, policies and procedures, and people skills. For seasoned supervisors who have long held their leadership positions, this program serves as a refresher to build on their existing skills and acquire new ones demanded by an increasingly diverse workforce and ever-changing workplace. The Administrative Development Program is the LDC's multi-track program consisting of 16 sessions designed to enhance and empower communicative effectiveness and efficiency for administrators. These exclusive programs give the LDC the opportunity to cultivate its workforce of administrators and frontline supervisors for the City of Houston. Through each program, participants are able to foster the interpersonal aspects of their roles and advance their skills in the public sector. Let's go to my co-host Jamaica, who sat down with a few of the participants of CAPS and the ADP.
Thank you, Velma. That's right. I had the opportunity to also interview Ms. Jacqueline Gordon, who's an HR supervisor here at the City of Houston, in regards to her career development. Here's what she had to say. Today here I have Ms. Jacqueline Gordon with the City of Houston. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing today, Ms. Jamaica?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So what is it that you do here at the City of Houston? What is your role?
My name is Jacqueline Gordon. As you already introduced me, I am a part of the HR department in the physical exam drug testing section. So we perform all pre-employment drug tests for new hires, and we do some other specialized services for our firefighters, our police officers, and our 911, 311 telecommunicators.
Nice. So what made you decide to go into public service?
I have enjoyed public service from when I first got out of nursing school. I came to the City of Houston and I was a public health nurse then, and I worked at the health department. Really enjoyed my stay, returned to school, and always wanted to come back, and an opportunity presented itself about 5 years ago.
So what would be an example of what a public servant would be to you? If you were to give an idea of why you came back to your role and what you would want the City of Houston employees or individual citizens to know about what it is for you to be a public servant.
It really is the satisfaction that you are helping someone and helping your community at large.
It is to my understanding that you have recently gone through the city accreditation program for supervisors. Tell us a little bit about that.
That is correct. The city or accreditation program for supervisors, also known as CAPS, is an excellent program. My only wish is that I had done it a little sooner when I came in 2011. It is a program that includes maybe 18 sessions where you are introduced and acclimated to the culture of the city and how to actually be successful as a supervisor.
How did the CAPS program actually help you to evolve as a supervisor? If you'd like to give some examples, that would be great.
Well, I can talk about one of the things that they talked about as a supervisor. You know, you're responsible for a budget. And so one of the presentations was about budget and what does it actually mean and how to create your budget.
Would you be able to give an example of some of the knowledge that you've learned or acquired in the CAPS program that you had to apply on the job?
Almost definitely. One of the major things that has the most impact on me was the documentation session. You know, the city culture has changed. We moved from our old assessment to what we now use, which is the HERE. And so you are tasked with coaching and trying to ensure the success of your employees. Well, documentation was very important session because you want your employees to feel like they're not going to be punished or receive punitive damages for not, meeting criteria, but see it as an opportunity to grow. And so how to use documentation in a manner that it's a win-win for the supervisor and the employee.
Awesome. It is also to my understanding that you are also a part of the Leadership Institute program. Would you like to elaborate on that a bit? What did that program entail?
Oh, wow. The Leadership Institute program is a program that you are nominated by someone in your department in the executive leadership. My director or my assistant director at that time apparently saw some positives about me and some skill sets and recommended me for the program. The LIP program is a little different from the CAPS program in that you cover some of the same type of topics, but it's not specific to the culture of the city. They're just in general. So what I mean by that, you may cover communication, for example, but it doesn't talk about how you communicate within the city. And so then at the end of the program, you actually are tasked with trying to troubleshoot with colleagues a problem that actually exists within the city. And so that is a difference between the CAPS and the LIP program.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with me today. If we could leave our viewers with one thing, is there anything that you have a favorite quote, a book you're currently reading that may help them in their career progress? Please share.
Thank you. What I would say to the listeners or the viewers of the program is that you are always learning and growing, and never be afraid to make changes to ensure your success in your career.
Well, thank you for your time today, Jacqueline. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
And thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Back to you, Velma.
It's clear to see that the CAPS and ADP programs are great resources to frontline supervisors and administrators looking to develop new skills. Now it's time for some interesting facts about Houston you may not know. Did you know that Houston is the #1 city for job creation in the U.S., and that Houston is home to more Fortune 500 company headquarters than anywhere in America except New York? Did you know that a paycheck goes farther in Houston than any other major metropolitan area? And that Houston recently passed New York to become the most ethnically and racially diverse city in the U.S. Today, we learned about the City of Houston's Human Resources Departments, its roles and responsibilities, as well as some innovative programs that are offered through our Learning and Development Center. You also had a chance to meet some of our HR employees who are passionate about their work. Thank you for watching City Careers Learn, Work, and Grow. We hope you enjoyed watching. If you're interested in positions with the City of Houston, please visit our career website at www.houstontx.gov/HR/careers. To register for training at the City of Houston's Learning and Development Center, please visit www.houstontx.gov/LDC. I'm Velma Laws. See you next time.